Caycee, 3.
Imagine sitting in a jail cell, waiting your execution date, getting your life taken away from you for a crime that you didn't do. That's one of the main reasons I would like to abolish the death penalty. My other reasons, well, 3 of them are, it's bias against race, and it also does not deter crime. Deter means discourage people from doing something because of the consequence. So the consequence would be getting the death penalty. You're supposed to deter them from committing murder. About 13% of the people convicted of the death penalty and that receive it are innocent, and that there have been studies to prove that. Some of the reasons they are convicted of the death penalty are eyewitness identification, false confessions, government misconduct like bullying them and coercing them into confessing, false confessions, and bad defense, like poor people will not be able to get as good of a defense as richer. So, I'll tell you, stop it, about Troy Davis a little bit. He was convicted of killing a cop behind a Burger King, and his case was basically on 9 witnesses, like they seen him do it, but years after his case, 7 of them recanted their statements, saying that the cops bullied them and coerced them into signing confessions. And here's a video on it, but I don't know if the sound's on it.
It should be. Stop just for a quick second there. Left side, there's a little button or a little plug-in we just got to put in and we'll pick it up. They took it off because they had that elbow. Yeah, should we just take this one? Yeah. Should be. Go. Back.
Possibly get executed, but it's relevant because the man I'm talking to, Troy Davis, may soon be a dead man. A jury only took a few hours to decide he was guilty of murdering a police officer in Savannah, Georgia. A few more hours to decide on lethal injection. Brenda Forrest was one of the jurors.
He was definitely guilty. All of the witnesses, they were able to, to ID him as the person who actually did it.
There was no DNA or physical evidence against Davis. The primary reason he was convicted, witness testimony. The slain police officer's wife trusted the witnesses.
They were just so adamant about what they saw, when they saw it.
But this is how the juror feels today.
If I knew then what I know now, Troy Davis would not be on death row. The verdict would be not guilty.
What she knows now is this. Almost all of the prosecution's star witnesses have changed their stories. Some saying police pressured them to say Troy Davis did it. One of those people is Daryl Collins, a prosecution witness who signed a police statement implicating Troy Davis.
I told him over and over that I didn't see this happen. They put what they wanted to put in that statement.
Savannah police officer Mark McPhail was working an off-duty job here. He was providing security.
So obviously, it's kind of fishy, I guess, but 7 of them recanted their statements, and then there's 2 left. The other guy who didn't, one of the 2 people that didn't recant their statement was the other possible suspect, so obviously he's not going to take back his statement. But Troy Davis, he was executed September 21st, last September 21st, so he could have possibly been an innocent person that was killed. My other point to why I don't think we should have the death penalty, it's bias against races. The African Americans are about 4 times more likely to receive the death penalty, and the U.S. Governmental Accountability Office has done studies that show that the death penalty favors Caucasians. Also, in the South, you'd think that, yeah, they're probably more likely to get the death penalty, but it's also in northern states, like we go to the next slide. This is a graph of Philadelphia showing what your probability of getting the death penalty is. Obviously the highest is if you're black and you kill a black person. lower black defendant and a black victim. Then if you're non-black and you kill a non-black victim, and if you are non-black and you kill a black victim, you have the lowest probability of getting it. And your highest is if you're black and kill a white person. So this, I think, is unconstitutional. It's not equality. It does not deter crime. Studies have shown that death penalty states have higher murder rates. And also countries without the death penalty have lower murder rates than countries with the death penalty. These red states are the states that have the death penalty.
The red has it?
Yeah, there's 36 of them, 16 do not. The dark green are death penalty states, and the light green are non-death penalty states. Obviously, you can see that death penalty states have higher murder rates, and this is from 1990 to 2006. So it does not deter crime. I think we should replace the death penalty with just life without parole. My main reasons are, well, I'll give you a couple examples. Gary Ridgway, he's also known as the Green River Killer. He confessed to murdering 48 people. He worked out a deal with the court to get life without parole. Also, Eric Rudolph, he bombed 2 abortion clinics, a lesbian nightclub, and Olympic Centennial Park. He killed 2 people, injured over 100. He also accepted a plea bargain and got life without parole. However, Gary Gilmore, he shot a motel owner and a gas station attendant. He killed 2 people, but he went through appeals and he got the death penalty. I mean,
did he choose it, or did he just get turned down?
It said he went through like a bunch of appeals, so he's trying to get parole, but
Okay.
they gave him the death penalty. So obviously that's not fair.
Wasn't Gilmore in Texas though?
I think so.
Yeah, tough down there.
Yeah. So Gary Ridgway, who killed, those are pictures of some of the 48 heroes that he killed, got to live, and the other guy had to die because he killed 2 people. To me, that's not equal. It's unconstitutional.
Do you know the deal he cut to get that, Ridgway?
No.
He offered to show where some of the bodies were they didn't find. That's how he cut the deal. So he took him to the spot, showed him the bodies, and he got life with parole. Without.
Here's just some facts. Michigan was actually the first state to exonerate the death penalty in 1846. Those are the states with the highest population of death row inmates. Obviously, like Texas is one of them. It's more to execute someone than, it costs more to execute someone than it is to keep them in prison for life, because they go through so many appeals that they're just like racking up the money. It's millions and millions of dollars. And that can obviously be controversial and people argue about it, but yeah, go ahead. These are the countries that still have the death penalty. As you can see, most of them do not, but the United States is being compared to countries like Iran, Saudi Arabia. So I think that we're kind of being held to that level. I mean, they kill people like nothing over there, and they still have the death penalty. So yeah, those are my reasons why I think it should be abolished.
Very well organized.